30 innings pitched, 2 runs allowed, an ERA of 0.60. In the entire history of Major League Baseball, you can count on one hand the number of pitchers who have started a season this dominantly. And that pitcher is not some unknown prospect trying to make a name for himself. That pitcher is Shohei Ohtani, the most fascinating and talented baseball player on the planet. And yet, despite these numbers that belong in a history book, a respected MLB analyst just ranked him second. Not first. Second. So today we are going to break down exactly why that ranking exists, whether it is justified, who dared to put someone above Ohtani, and what all of this means for what could be the most exciting postseason matchup in baseball in years. To understand why this ranking matters so much, you have to go back to the 2024 offseason. The Los Angeles Dodgers had already been a powerhouse for years. Multiple World Series appearances, a roster full of stars, and one of the most loyal fan bases in all of sports. But the front office wanted more. They wanted to make a statement that would change the entire landscape of baseball. And they did exactly that when they signed Shohei Ohtani to a 10-year, $700 million contract. The largest contract in the history of professional sports at that time. Not just baseball. All of professional sports. The number is almost impossible to wrap your head around. $700 million for one player. But here's where the Dodgers were genius about the whole thing. Ohtani agreed to defer $680 million of that contract to be paid out later. That means right now, in terms of what counts against the salary cap, Ohtani is only earning $2 million per year. $2 million! For the best player in baseball! That financial structure gave the Dodgers an enormous amount of money to spend in free agency, and they wasted absolutely no time putting it to work. In that same offseason, Los Angeles went out and signed Yoshinobu Yamamoto, one of the most dominant pitchers to ever come out of Japan's Nippon Professional Baseball League. Yamamoto had been untouchable in Japan for years. Multiple MVP awards, multiple pitching titles, a pitcher who made hitters look completely helpless night after night. And now he was coming to the most pressure-filled baseball market in America. Los Angeles welcomed him with open arms and enormous expectations. What happened next was nothing short of extraordinary. With Ohtani hitting at an MVP level and Yamamoto anchoring the rotation, the Dodgers became almost impossible to beat. They won the World Series. And then they did it again. Back-to-back championships with this core group of players. Ohtani and Yamamoto became more than just teammates. They became close friends off the field, two Japanese superstars navigating life in Los Angeles together, pushing each other to be better every single day. And on the field, their partnership gave the Dodgers something no other team in baseball had. A genuine ace paired with the greatest two-way player the sport has ever seen. Now let us talk about what Ohtani is doing on the mound in 2026, because the numbers are genuinely historic. Through 30 innings of work this season, Ohtani has an ERA of 0.60. To put that in perspective, an ERA under 2.00 for a full season is considered elite. An ERA under 1.50 is legendary territory. Ohtani is currently sitting at 0.60 and showing absolutely no signs of slowing down. Hitters are stepping into the box against him and looking completely lost. He is attacking with power, with precision, and with a competitor's mentality that is simply on another level right now. The Dodgers manager has publicly acknowledged that what Ohtani is doing right now is one of the best starts by any pitcher in the entire history of the Dodgers franchise. That is not a small statement for a franchise that has been around for over a century and has had Hall of Fame pitchers wear their uniform. And because of this dominance, Ohtani is already being talked about as the frontrunner for the National League Cy Young Award, which is given to the best pitcher in the league at the end of the season. And then there is Yamamoto, who has been quietly excellent while Ohtani gets most of the headlines. In 6 starts this season, Yamamoto has thrown 37 2/3 innings and posted an ERA of 2.87. He has been consistent, reliable, and dangerous. Every time he takes the mound, the Dodgers know they have a genuine chance to win. He picks up right where he left off last season, continuing to show that the transition from Japan to Major League Baseball was not a challenge for him at all. It was simply a new stage for him to dominate on. Together, Ohtani and Yamamoto give Los Angeles a 1-2 combination in their rotation that should, by any logical measure, be considered the best in baseball. But here is where things get interesting. MLB Network analyst Mark DeRosa recently put together his ranking of the top starting pitcher duos in baseball right now. He looked across the entire league and ranked the 5 best pairs of starters. Coming in at number 3 were Sanchez and Wheeler from the Philadelphia Phillies. At number 4 were Skubal and Valdez representing the Detroit Tigers. And rounding out the top 5 were Skeens and Ashcraft from the Pittsburgh Pirates. All excellent duos. But the top 2 spots are where the real debate begins. DeRosa ranked Ohtani and Yamamoto at number 2. And sitting above them at number 1 were Max Fried and Kim Schlittler of the New York Yankees. Now before you immediately dismiss that ranking, let us actually look at what Fried and Schlittler have done this season, because dismissing them without looking at the numbers would be intellectually dishonest. Max Fried is a left-handed pitcher who came to the Yankees with a reputation as one of the most reliable starters in the game. He earned that reputation with years of consistent, high-level pitching, and he has brought everything he has to New York. This season, through 7 starts, Fried has posted an ERA of 2.09. That is a genuinely outstanding number. He has been everything the Yankees hoped for and more, especially considering the enormous pressure of pitching for New York while the team's primary ace Gerrit Cole sits on the injured list recovering from Tommy John surgery. Fried has stepped into a leadership role in that rotation and handled it with complete composure. And then there is Kim Schlittler, who might be the most surprising story in baseball through the first month of the 2026 season. Schlittler announced himself to the national baseball audience during last year's postseason with a performance that turned heads across the entire sport. He was electric, he was fearless, and he showed that the big moment was not too big for him. And now in 2026, he has carried that momentum directly into the regular season. Through his first 7 starts, Schlittler is pitching to an ERA of 1.51. That is not a typo. 1.51. For a pitcher who many casual fans are still getting to know, that number is absolutely staggering. It puts him among the elite pitchers in all of baseball right now, and it is a big reason why DeRosa felt comfortable putting the Yankees duo at the top of his list. So now we have all the numbers in front of us. Ohtani at 0.60. Yamamoto at 2.87. Fried at 2.09. Schlittler at 1.51. And here's what the numbers actually tell us when you look at the full picture. The Dodgers duo, by combined ERA and by overall dominance, has been slightly better. Ohtani alone is pitching at a level that almost no pitcher in the history of this sport has sustained. His 0.60 ERA is the kind of number that makes you do a double take every single time you see it. And Yamamoto at 2.87 is a completely legitimate number for an ace-caliber starter. The argument that Los Angeles should be ranked first is a strong one, and it is an argument that the numbers support. But the Yankees are not to be overlooked, and DeRosa's ranking is not as crazy as it might seem to a Dodgers fan. Schlittler's 1.51 ERA is remarkable. Fried's 2.09 is rock solid. And when you combine them, the Yankees have a duo that on most nights will keep their team in the game and give them a legitimate chance to win. The fact that New York is doing this without Gerrit Cole, their ace and one of the best pitchers in the sport, makes it even more impressive. The Yankees are surviving and thriving despite a major injury to their most important pitcher, and Fried and Schlittler deserve enormous credit for that. Now here is the biggest picture question of all. What happens if these two teams meet again in October? Because right now, the way both the Dodgers and the Yankees are playing, a rematch of the 2024 World Series is absolutely a possibility. And if that rematch happens, the rotation matchup between these two duos would be one of the most anticipated pitching battles in recent baseball history. Ohtani going up against Fried. Yamamoto squaring off with Schlittler. The best duo against the second best duo, with a World Series championship hanging in the balance. For baseball fans everywhere, that would be an absolute dream scenario. The 2026 season is still young. Numbers will change, performances will fluctuate, and these rankings will shift as the months go by. But right now, in this moment, what we are witnessing from both of these rotations is genuinely special. Ohtani is rewriting what we thought was possible for a starting pitcher. Yamamoto is proving every night that he belongs among the elite. Fried is showing why the Yankees paid to bring him in. And Schlittler is turning himself into a household name, one dominant start at a time. Whether you think the Dodgers should be number 1 or the Yankees deserve to hold that spot, one thing is completely undeniable. Baseball in 2026 is being played at an extraordinarily high level, and we are all lucky enough to watch it happen in real time. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Who is the better duo right now, Ohtani and Yamamoto or Fried and Schlittler? Make sure you subscribe because we are going to keep covering every twist and turn of this incredible season, and the next video is going to be one you absolutely do not want to miss. Sonnet 4.6 Claude is AI and can make mistakes. Please double check responses, share.